Night is falling. It's Saturday evening here at the Cornbury Festival. We're here under the apple tree and we're joined in our little studio tent here by the great Jim Kerr.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's good to see you, Jim, and great to know that Simple Minds are going to be topping the bill tonight. And do you know Cornbury Festival very well?
I must say, I don't know it very well, but obviously since I think it was the end of last year, we found out that we're going to be playing, and I went on and had a look at how it's grown through the years, and indeed no one has a bad word to say about it.
It's a lovely atmosphere here.
And seeing the bill here, I mean, just seeing the diversity of the bill, and I loved everything from the artwork to the, you can just see that it's, I don't know, it's funny, I said, I don't know how many festivals we've done and how many we're doing this summer. We're all over Europe, but I think this is the only one where I called our office and said, can you make sure I get a poster? Because, I don't know, it just resonated. Good vibes.
Absolutely, that's dead right.
Yeah.
So where are we with Simple Minds at the moment then? There's a new album coming out later this year.
It is. In fact, this week we are mostly weekends throughout the summer months playing festivals all over. But in between that and during the week, we've been sort of, I think, tripping over the final line of recording yet another new album, which obviously excites us because it's great to be still creating at this stage of the game. It refreshes everything, it revitalizes. We love our story, but I imagine just like yourself, you always want to add new chapters to it.
Well, exactly as you say, it keeps everything fresh.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Introducing new songs into the mix, into the set,
exactly.
and having a new thing
to
focus on.
Exactly.
Just the energy of that.
Yeah. Well, we will play, and it's a great challenge as well. I mean, even tonight, obviously, festivals, you don't want to labour the point too much. You want to go on and give people what they really want.
Yeah.
But having said that, we've got a couple of new songs we have been playing, because you've got to play them. How are they going to get great if you don't play them? You've got to learn to play them live as well.
Yeah.
And they've been going down real well. So from a band point of view, we're excited about that.
Because I don't know whether it's good to remind you, it's hardly good to remind myself really, but 35 years since we first met.
Yes.
That amazing gig in New York.
Indeed, yes.
And hurrahs.
We will never forget it.
It was,
we will never forget it.
Yeah, what a night that was. One of the things I remember about it, Jim, was the fact that the logo for the club or the venue was very much like the Harrods logo. They made it look like that.
That's quite cheeky. That's good.
Yes, it was. But I mean, I think, was that the first TV that you'd ever done?
It was the first TV interview we'd done. We had been on the show earlier with the previous album doing a couple of songs, which was mind-blowing for us, having grown up with both the radio shows and the TV show, The Whistle Test, to be actually there. I mean, I think we froze, to be honest. But again, when we met you, probably about 8 months later, it was not only our first TV interview, again, The Whistle Test, but it was our first time in New York. I think it's the first time we'd ever played in New York. So, I mean, when you look at it now, you can see that we're overwhelmed. But to this day, we still appreciate the opportunity.
And for me, it was very exciting.
Yeah.
Seeing kind of the birth of the new band, as it were.
Yes.
And being right there at the very beginning of everything.
Yeah, well, that's always exciting. I still love to see the sort of fledgling. I've seen a few things this year. There's a Glasgow band, they had just had their first album out called Churches. I saw them at the end of the year, and you could just see there was something special going on. It's always exciting, and as a fan of music, I need that.
Well, new music is the future, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and embracing change and the changes that you've seen over these 35 years, Jim, in the industry and the delivery of music, the technology of music. I mean, it's unbelievable now, isn't it? How many more opportunities there are, really, in a way, for new bands coming through than there were then.
Well, that is true. I mean, now you can almost, within 2 months, you can put something online, and if it catches, the whole world can know about you, which wasn't possible then. Someone came with a glorious debut album, and maybe they got a spot on the whistle test, and that laid the grounds for the next one, and so on. But it took time. I must say, Bob, as much as it is exciting now, I'm glad that it was the way it was in our time, because in a way we sort of got to learn our trade at a pace. I don't think you're ever ready for the big time, but you got to learn your trade at a pace. Then a record company would let you have 3 or 4 albums.
That's right.
Before you hit pay dirt.
Yeah.
Because it was accepted that you needed to learn, and that you were growing, and you were growing a fan base, and they were growing with you, having seen you live and seen you in different places. I think one of the things now, you can get an audience much, much quicker, but I don't know if there's the same stickability.
Yeah.
Because perhaps they haven't really bonded with you as you were growing. It was something that they saw online, liked it, and a week later, next.
I know.
Yeah.
The place they still do build to last
Yes.
is Nashville. Nashville
Is that
builds to last.
interesting?
It's built around the song. It's built around getting out, doing what you have done through your
Interesting.
career. Go out,
Yeah.
take your songs in front of people,
Yeah.
learn your craft. That's
Yeah.
still very much the kind of modus operandi.
Well, driving down here, I was listening to some of the podcasts from the various American stand-up comedians. Most of them unknown. I don't even know them, but I love how those guys. I think it's a fascinating thing. Stand-up. We go on stage and we've got the sound and the lights and the band and all that power, but those people go on with
very
their
exposed
wits, with their wits.
Yeah.
And it's always something that's kind of fascinated me. But it's interesting to hear how they hone it. They start off in the old mafia clubs, and their neck's on the line, and then finally they build it right up. And I like that way.
Yeah. Well, listen, have a great one tonight.
Pleasure.
It's so good to see
Lovely
you. It always is,
Lovely
Jim.
to see you. And listen, having seen this under the apple tree, Simple Minds are not sort of traditionally, how could you say, acoustic-y, session-y band, but I think we would love to get something together that could, in the future.
Well, you're invited. It's an open invitation to come down to Oxfordshire. That we would love you to do that.
If you'll have us.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep everybody posted
about that. We certainly
about
owe
that.
you it anyway.
Cheers, Jim.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you.